Welcome to my channel. So my name is Priska, and yeah, this is my channel. So I've wanted to do a YouTube channel for the longest time, but I just didn't have the guts to do it, or let me say I didn't have the time to do it. So yeah, so I just decided, I mean, it's 2020, why not? This is a new decade. So yeah, here goes. So I wrote all the questions down on my phone. I have two phones, so I'm using the other one to film, and I'm using the other one is where I wrote all the questions. So this channel, we're gonna be talking all things academic, all things life, all things beauty, all things anything, basically anything that comes to mind. So yeah, so the first question is, what is my name? I've already said it. My full name is Priska, as in Prisca, and my second name is Rebecca, Rebecca, feel me, Rebecca. And then yes, and my last name is Nyamukondiwa. Yes. So the second question is where I'm from. So yeah, I'm from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. I think Bulawayo is the second largest city in Zimbabwe. So yeah, that's where I grew up, that's where I was raised, bred and buttered, everything. I grew up in Bulawayo. I've never been anywhere except for Bulawayo. And then the school that I went to. So like I said, I went to I grew up in Bulawayo. So I went to a primary school called Greenfield Primary School, and then the secondary school that I went to is called Maranatha Adventist High School, and then the high school that I went to is called Regina Mundi Girls High School. It's in Guero. And then how old am I? Was born in 1990. I was born in the early 90s, so I'm 20 something years old. A lady never tells her age. But yeah, and then where I stay, I don't know. So I'm currently staying in the UK, but home is in Bulawayo, in a suburb called Ngeta. Like, it's the ghetto. I stay in a ghetto. It's a high density suburb in Ngeta. That's where I stay. That's, like I say, that's where I grew up. That's where I did most of my schooling. Yeah. And then the languages that I speak. So originally I am Shona. You see, I'm Shona. But the fact that I grew up in Bulawayo, it means that I grew up in Bulawayo, so I picked up Ndebele accent along the way. So I speak Shona. We speak Shona at home, mixed with Ndebele, mixed with English. So at the end of the day, I have this Ndebele accent in my when I'm speaking Shona. Someone can tell, like, girl, I think you're from Bulawayo. But yeah. So yeah, that's me. So I can speak Shona, I can speak Ndebele. I think also I can converse in Zulu, I can converse in Xhosa, because I've been to Cape Town, I've stayed in Cape Town, I've done the most in Cape Town. And what else? Venda, I do understand a little bit of Venda, and yes, I can speak a little bit of Venda. And also Pedi, yes, I try to understand some bit of Pedi. So and then also Chindao, because my mom, she's in Dao, like, those people that come from Chipinge, Mount Slinda, and everywhere. Yes, so that's my language, that's my mom's language, so I actually understand it. And then what else? Which other language do I speak? Obviously English. So yeah, I speak English, and I'm pretty good in English. And then yeah, and then French too. I can't speak French. I know the basics, like greeting, s'il vous plaît, bonjour, Keskese, like, you know, the basics. But I don't know if I should say, if I would strongly say I can speak French, but it is what it is. So favorite drink. Whew, this is a tough one. Favorite drink. So I love gin and lemonade. That's my poison. I love it. And then, you know, maybe sometimes Gordon's gin, mix it with watermelon or mix it with strawberries, or a martini too. And sometimes I love a Bloody Mary. So yeah, I know most people don't know that I drink, but I don't drink all the time. I drink sometimes. Yeah. And then the sport that I play. Yeah. The sport that I play, or that I grew up playing, you know, I was just one of those lazy kids. I was never into sports. I never joined any club, be it primary or secondary school. No, never. It was home time. When the bell rings, I would just run and go home. So that was it. Sorry, my camera is misbehaving. But yeah, I never played any sport. But yeah, I actually do love, I don't know if I should call it a sport or what, but I do love, maybe I can just run around the block, or maybe go to the park close to where I stay. So it's about let me see, I think it's about 5 kilometers from where I stay. So I usually run. So yeah, that's my sport. And then my ideal first date would be probably I'm a big foodie. I love food. I love eating anything that's food. So I love trying out new places. I love eating. I love yeah. So anyway, where we can go on a date where we get to try out new food, you know, something out of the usual. So yeah, that's my ideal first date. And maybe we take a walk. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, that sounds boring and all, but that's me. I love walking. And then the phone that I'm using currently, so like I said, I've wanted to do YouTube for the longest time, but it's because of my schedule, school, work. I didn't have the time to do it. And I do have a camera, but I don't know how to use it. And yeah, I do have a camera, but I don't know how to use it. I think it's a Sony camera, but I don't know, I'll check the name. But yeah, so I'm currently using my phone, my iPhone 7 Plus, to do filming. And then this one is like an old phone. It's like an iPhone 5, you know. Yeah. And then what I'm studying, so I recently moved, I can't say I recently, but 4 months ago I moved to the UK to study a master's in water and sanitation. So yeah, I'm doing a master's. It's a full-time master's and it's 1 year. So I started last year October in 2019, so I'll be done in this year in October, September, October. That's when we'll finish. So water and sanitation. And then which university? So the name of my university is called Cranfield. Yes, Cranfield University. Yeah. And do I have a tattoo? No, I don't have a tattoo, though I would like to get one, but I'm still considering doing it, because you know, I might get a tattoo, but I mean, they're so cute. I mean, if you get something cute, maybe on your wrist or maybe behind my neck or somewhere, I don't know, I'll see. And then the food that I like. So guys, I eat anything and everything. I don't really choose food. The only thing that I'm allergic to is mangoes and pineapples. Those two. I'm allergic to mangoes and pineapples. But I basically eat everything as long as it tastes nice. And like I said, I love trying out new things, new food. So yeah, this is me. And then my favorite singer or genre of music. Ooh, this is a tough one. So I love Drake. Yeah, I love Drake. And then also I love South African music, house music. And then obviously I'm a piano. Who doesn't like a piano? I mean, are you even surviving if you don't like a piano? And then what else? So I'm a music whore. That's what I like to call myself. So anything nice that comes out, I just listen. Yeah. And then oh, I actually forgot. All right, on the food part, there's one thing that I like that I can't go a day without eating. But the funny thing is that the avocados this side, they are quite tiny as compared to the avocados in Zimbabwe, because the avocados in Zimbabwe, they can be like 3 times bigger than this, but I'm so disappointed. But the good thing is that you get avocados all year round the side, but they are so tiny. I mean, this is not even enough to fill my tummy. This is just too small, and most of the time they don't taste organic, or they just don't have that authentic taste, you know, that they don't have that thing that, you know, that. But anyways, we're just gonna eat them because I mean, it's an avocado, right? And then what else do I love? I love peaches. Yes, I took a bite on this one because I love these things. I think we had like 4 trees at home until they cut them down, but those are my fruits. And then so my favorite YouTuber, my favorite Zimbabwean YouTuber. So guys, I watch everyone who's from Zimbabwe. I try to watch as many as I can, but I'll definitely go with I think she stays in South Africa. Her name is Wongai Mapo. Yeah, she's actually Zimbabwean, but she resides in South Africa. And then of course who else? You know, yeah, I think she's the one that I like. I usually watch her content all the time. I mean, she's so real, she's so authentic, she's so organic, like she's so open. I think they call her the queen of openness, I think. Yeah. And then my biggest insecurity. So this one is quite not clear, but I'll just take it maybe in terms of looks, how I look. So definitely my biggest insecurity would be my eyes. Guys, do you see my eyes? Do you see these eyes? Yes, I don't know what God was thinking. I don't even know, but well, it is what it is. So yeah, I remember in primary school they used to call me Globe. Elite, like the light. I'm a globes lawana, like the globe. Yes, they used to call me Globe. So yeah, the my eyes, and obviously, like I'm saying, obviously another thing is my nose. My nose. Yes, I I can't say I don't like it, but I make sure that I never get in a fight with anyone when it comes to looks, because they'll just go straight for my nose and my eyes, because your girl has it all. And I think I have big features all over my face, from my forehead to my eyes to my nose to my lips to my basically everything. And I also have a double chin. Like, if I do like this, you can actually see that I have a double chin. Like, and then what's one thing that I like about myself? Definitely my sucker, my tooth gap. We call it a sucker, sorry, in my language. But yeah, it's called it. I love my tooth gape. I like it. It's yeah, I got that from my mom, and I'm the only one who has a tooth gape in my family. And then yeah, I'm the last born in a family of four. I have one sister and two brothers. And then food that I don't like I said, I eat anything and everything. But what I don't like is maybe most of the things that I'm allergic to, like mangoes and pineapples. So that's the food that I don't like. So, are you in a relationship? Next question. When did you move to the UK? I think I've already answered this. So yeah, I moved to the UK in October last year, 2019. And it was because I was due to start my master's, which is 1 year. And I already talked about my master's as water and sanitation. It's a master's in the development sector, so it's more of like working in NGOs in the humanitarian sector, working in refugee camps, wherever there's development. We fit in as WASH advisors, WASH consultants. And yeah, my ambitions or career ambitions. So my ambitions, I have a lot of things that I want to achieve. So I would like to work maybe for the United Nations in the long run, or maybe work for UNICEF, or work for one of those humanitarian companies or organizations, and yeah, just make my contribution to society. And my career ambition is to maybe eventually, obviously, when I finish my master's, like I said, I want to work, and then after that I would love to study a PhD, something related to what I did in my undergrad and what I'm doing in my master's. So my undergrad is I have a background in, I'm an environmental engineer, and now I've diverted to the WASH sector. So I would love to work in I would love to sort of like diversify in that field, and get as much experience as I can, maybe do a PhD, become a consultant, own a company, women empowerment and all that stuff. And yeah, so what people assume about me, there are a lot of assumptions. Okay, so what people assume about me mostly is that I'm a snob. So I don't know if I should say I'm a snob, but the thing is that I'm actually shy. Yes, I'm very shy. And when I meet new people, I take my time. It takes me time for me to actually get used to you. So I can be so quiet that you wonder like, oh, this girl, why is she so quiet? But when I study you and I get used to you, I'll just open up like this. So yeah, I'm that kind of person. I sort of like weigh like, okay, so this person ngumuntu onje, he's a person like this, and then I'll be like, okay, so if I use this approach, it will work to my advantage. If I don't use this approach, then it's a disadvantage. So yeah, but that is me. So yeah, and then so people assume that I'm a snob, like I say, but apparently I'm not a snob. I'm just I just choose the people that that definitely describes a snob. But no, I'm not a snob. I'm careful around people. Yeah. And then also people assume that I grew up in a rich family, but no, I come from a very disadvantaged family. And I can't say disadvantaged as such, but I never really, my mom told me that if you want to you need to work for what you want in life. So we didn't have everything on a silver platter, like, no. If you want to eat, you have to work. If you want something nice, you gotta work for it. If you want to if you basically want anything, you need to want to put the time in it. So yeah, that is me. And then also what people assume that I'm smart, but the thing is I'm not smart, but I make sure that I set goals for what I want. So I believe in speaking things into existence. So say I told myself that in the next 2 years, like I told you guys, that I want to be like I told you, like I said, in the next 2 years I want to be doing my PhD. So I'll make sure that whatever that I'm doing is going to get me to get that PhD in the next 2 years. So be it working hard, reading, not sleeping. So I'm a go-getter. So when I set my goals, I make sure that whatever I do is aimed at me achieving that goal. So yeah. And then also I speak things into existence. So I used to be that kind of person who would be like, oh my gosh, life is not going well for me. And, I used to compare myself a lot with my peers because I graduated in 2018, but I finished school in 2017. And, this whole thing of, I sent countless applications to companies, but some of them I went for interviews, but I was never called. So I would compare myself with my peers, like, okay, so this girl that I learned with, she's now an engineer in such a company, or she's working for this company and she's earning such an amount and all those other things. So I don't believe in comparing myself. So in life, what I've learned is that you need to walk at your own pace, that kind of thing. So that was me. So I then told myself that I want to do this. So when I told myself that I want to do this, I'll make sure that I give myself a time frame to do it. But if I don't achieve it, I don't beat myself up for it, you know. I understand that this is life. We fail, but after you fail, you can cry all you want, but then you need to get up and all that other stuff. And that's it. And then what else? So another thing is so guys, if you would like to see more content from me, just please hit the subscribe button below, comment, ask me any question, and then also I think next time I'll be addressing the issue of how I moved to the UK, what made me move to the UK, how I got the place, because like I said, so like I was saying, I'm not saying that I come from a disadvantaged background, but there was no way I would have afforded to come and study here. So yeah, I got a scholarship to come and study here, and I think that's one of the things that I'll be addressing in my next video. So if you would like to see that video, just comment below, anything. We'll be talking about anything. Like I said, this is my new video, so yeah. Anyways guys, it was nice starting this whole YouTube journey, and yeah, so toodles later.